On July 26, 2021, Officer David Lance Dukes of the Orangeburg Police Department immediately drew his gun and ordered 58-year-old disabled man Clarence Gallard and his cousin Mario Julian, who were standing in the parking slot outside the townhouse, to the ground.
Hey, let me see your hands. Bert, get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right here. Get on the ground. You, Burgundy shirt, get on the ground. Over here. On the ground. On the ground. Get on the ground. Do you not listen? Get on the ground.
Mr. Gallard attempted to comply with Officer Dukes' orders by getting onto his hands and knees, but Officer Dukes forcefully used his foot to push Mr. Gallard all the way to the ground, causing his head to violently hit the pavement. In the 1989 case of Graham v. Connor, the Supreme Court explained that the Fourth Amendment requires a police officer's use of force to be reasonable under the circumstances and identified 3 factors courts should consider: the severity of the crime, whether the suspect poses an immediate threat to the safety of officers or others, and whether the suspect is actively resisting or attempting to evade arrest. More recently, in the 2016 case of Armstrong v. Village of Pinehurst, the Fourth Circuit held that noncompliance with lawful orders justifies some use of force, but the level of force varies based on the risks posed by resistance. Even purely passive resistance can support some use of force, but the level of force must match the factual circumstances. In this situation, the severity of the crime was limited. Officer Dukes claimed to believe that Mr. Gallard had a gun at the beginning of the interaction. However, at the time Dukes used force, it was clear that Mr. Gallard did not pose an immediate threat, as he had raised both hands above his head before getting on his hands and knees. Mr. Gallard was not resisting arrest. In fact, he was attempting to comply with Officer Dukes' commands. Under these circumstances, it is highly likely a court would conclude that Officer Dukes' use of force was neither justified nor reasonable.
Is there a gun back there?
Ain't no gun.
By that truck.
Ain't no gun.
You're not listening, dude. Bro, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
Right,
I
I'm
don't
just
want no gun. I don't
Turn
want
back over. Paul, do you watch him say? He had something.
I ain't want no gun.
The door's unlocked, it's not always so.
No, he was right here. Watch him. Go watch him. There it is.
I don't want no gun.
All right, that's what he had. All right, who's the complainant? All right, get him up.
Put your leg up.
25 city, got one tank.
Alright. Put your leg that way so you
I'm
can stand
just
up.
All right, listen, I'm about to help you. Hold on. Hold on. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Yep.
Listen.
Yep, they slammed my head
Listen.
down on the cement. Yep.
Go back inside. Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Ain't nobody talking to you.
I got head drummer.
Go back in the house.
Yep. Y'all bust my head down. Yeah, I've been in an accident. Yep. Y'all bust my head down. You throw me down.
I sure did. You wasn't listening.
Yep. No, it ain't. You ain't to throw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problem. Yep. You throw me down. Yep. You throw me down. You throw me down. Yep. You bust my head down on the cement. Yep. You bust my head.
All right, let me tell you what.
His forehead.
You bust my head down on the cement.
He was in front of the car when I came up. And he was walking like this. And I thought it was a gun at first. I said, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. Had him at gunpoint. And he's over here doing something like this.
You slammed my head. You slammed my
What
head
he was doing is
down
putting
on
this up behind the
cement.
tire. So he comes over right here. He got his hands in his pockets. I'm telling him, let me see your hands, let me see your hands, let me see your
Why you
hands.
bust my head then?
He wasn't listening.
No, it ain't.
He got the, like this right here,
You grab me,
and we went onto the
and
ground.
you bust my head.
Officer Dukes claimed that when Mr. Gallard was walking from behind the vehicle, he believed Gallard had a gun and repeatedly told him to drop it. Dukes also alleged that once Mr. Gallard stepped in front of the vehicle, he had his hands in his pockets and ignored requests to show them. However, body cam footage shows that Mr. Gallard's hands were above his head the entire time. An incident report filed by Corporal Brandy Smith stated that while Mr. Gallard initially appeared to have his hands in his pockets, he removed them once he reached the front of the vehicle. Corporal Smith also noted that Dukes gave loud commands for Mr. Gallard to get on the ground, but made no mention of a gun or requests to drop a gun. It is also important to note that when Officer Dukes reported the incident, he did not explain the method he used to take Mr. Gallard down. Sergeant Ockwell Patter's report claimed that Dukes jumped up and stomped Mr. Gallard on the back of his neck with his foot. Although body cam footage is unclear if Dukes's foot landed on the neck or upper back, his account did not align with the footage or reports from colleagues.
Down on the cement. You bust my forehead.
Yeah, your head did hit the cement.
Right, cause you bust me down on the cement.
Where's the complainant?
You bust my head down on the cement.
Right here?
You bust my head. You bust my head.
Where's the complainant?
Bust my head down.
We're trying to get the name of the complainant.
You
So
bust my head.
What are we doing? I guess Sam was going to check him out.
Ain't nobody
There ain't nothing about here wanting to press charges on.
Who called?
I'm not sure.
Take him out of cuffs right now. I mean, because that's what we
You're gonna
got.
have to use it force.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
slam my head down.
Dude, I didn't know what his
You
intention
use
was.
the force. You need to look at the camera.
Alright. The officer did wrong. Slam my head down. Bust my forehead. Damn right. You gonna pay me for that shit too.
Mayor, I'm going to take that into evidence of what he had.
What?
Well, I mean, that's the reasons I did what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
No gun or nothing.
Because when he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing. And I didn't know where
There ain't nothing there.
that went. If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car with his hands in his pockets.
These dogs officer.
Got it
No.
on camera.
Yeah, my
All
dog
right, that's
stick.
fine.
Dog stick.
So he can come out of cuffs?
Yes. Take him out of hand.
Yeah, he can come out.
You want me to check you out?
You mind looking? Hi. Good, how are you? What's going on?
Officer slammed my forehead down in the cement.
Okay.
You were wrong for that.
Did you process this?
Yeah. Listen.
Can I get a card from you?
I don't have one there.
Okay,
We don't have
what's your
they
badge
don't give us cards.
Okay, what's your badge number?
1059.
Let me see if I can get my phone. Hold on.
Hold on, we have cards.
I get ready.
Okay. Thank
Go
you.
to hospital?
After Mr. Gallard was treated by EMS, he and Mr. Julian were allowed to leave. 2 days later, Officer Dukes was fired from the Orangeburg Department of Public Safety for violating use of force policies. On August 25, 2021, Dukes was charged with first-degree assault and battery, which carries a potential sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Mr. Gallard is represented by an attorney but has not yet taken legal action against Dukes or the department. Dukes receives an F for physically assaulting Mr. Gallard for no apparent reason, blatantly lying about the interaction in his police report, and attempting to avoid accountability. At no point was Dukes in any danger. His actions were motivated by ego, not safety. I commend the Orangeburg Department of Public Safety for immediately firing Dukes and pursuing criminal charges. Sergeant Patter gets an A+ for remaining truthful, ensuring.
Yeah.
Brandon, he can get his stuff off the car.
Dukes, will you say badge number?
1059.
Mr. Julian received the necessary information and maintaining professionalism. Her testimony likely played a vital role in holding Dukes accountable. Officers who witness misconduct often face career risks when reporting peers. This was evident when Sergeant Meyer fist-bumped Dukes for an appropriate use of force without knowing the details. I commend Sergeant Patter for having the courage to hold Dukes accountable and hope her actions inspire other officers to do the same. As for Mr. Gallard and Mr. Julian, they were victims of police misconduct, one by physical violence, the other by an attempt to avoid accountability. Mr. Julian made a legitimate effort to gather Dukes's personnel information to file a complaint, which should be commended. Let us know in the comments if there is an interaction or legal topic you'd like discussed. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out my second channel for more police interaction content.